Welcome to Aborn Power's Residential Sales, where we help people like you buy and sell real estate. Real estate is so much more than contracts and houses. Come take a peek behind the curtain with me and get to know our team.
Action.
My father-in-law was in real estate, and I just saw a lot of what he had done, and I've heard different stories of just his experiences with helping people. And those stories just sounded great, just helping individuals. As a pastor and as someone who likes the intimate type of relationships, as far as like a one-on-one interaction and not, huge groups, it was just really exciting to hear the different ways you can really be involved in people's lives in real estate. Being able to be alongside a couple or whoever for 30, 40 days, helping them find a home, go through the process, ups and downs, and then being able to see that huge smile on their face when I'm able to give them the key to their home. It was very rewarding, and it really matched a lot of my DNA as far as just ministry in general, as far as being a pastor. It's that joy of being alongside people and helping them succeed, and it just was hand in hand with what I like to do.
I got into real estate it kind of seemed fitting for me. My family had a construction background, and I grew up around construction sites, and they own real estate. Just kind of was a natural fit. Every transaction and every client you meet is very unique and individual, and I guess that's probably one of the things that I love the most.
I really wanted like a very flexible schedule, like something more family friendly. And I really like meeting new people. Like I just want to make friends with people, and real estate seemed like the best of those worlds.
I first got into real estate when I was actually buying my first house. My realtor said that I would be a good fit just based off my personality. He noticed as we were going through the process, I was really interested in the homes, like looking at the different price points, doing research on the areas, and I looked more into it, started looking at more houses and things like that. And I really started to love it. So here we are a couple of years later.
I was wrapping up college, and I just had a side job as a concierge. They had a huge club center, like a clubhouse, that catered to the owners, and I was a concierge there. So the development was still being built. So I just saw how the real estate office operated, and I fell in love with it.
So with real estate, I enjoy talking to people, be part of their life, try to find their new home or sell their home. And I wanted to be part of that, and I wanted to help them.
I decided to go into real estate for the simple fact that I love working with people. Working with people that are in need, especially those that are renters. A lot of the renters that I've run across, they never saw themselves as becoming a homeowner. And I thought with my personality and working with others in the past and in their time of need, to help them become homeowners and to walk them through the process of becoming homeowners, especially for those that are first-time home buyers. So that is one of the reasons why I actually went into real estate.
So I've been thinking about real estate for a long time. I want to say at this point, decades. And it's something that was always in the back of my mind, something I was always interested in, but I never really made the move to do it. And I went ahead and I got my license, and I'm just loving it.
I started with Aborn Powers 3 years ago in property management. But when the opportunity arose and they had a real strong need in the residential real estate and sales department. Had a long talk with my wife, and we kind of weighed out the pros and cons, and I went for it, and I love it. But it wasn't a plan. Like, it wasn't something that I was like, I've got to be a real estate agent. It just happened, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
client of mine who I literally showed probably 20 plus homes to. It was a long process, but it was so rewarding in being able to let them see the possibilities. And so being able to walk them through that process and taking the time it took to really let them see the possibility of home ownership, that was probably one of my best experiences.
You know, I didn't get into real estate to actually go into all of the homes. So I guess that part kind of surprised me. I actually enjoy that a lot, going in and showing buyers the different array of homes that you know, they're interested in looking at. So I find that very fulfilling.
Honestly, the day I got my license was really, really exciting. Like, because I'd already started working in a real estate office, but I didn't have my license yet. So Dan was mentoring me and he was teaching me, but I didn't have it. So then when I got it, I literally like ran down the hallway to my husband and was like, I got my license, it's so cool.
It was my third sale. And we actually got a sale from the open house. Usually it doesn't work like that, but we had our open house. Someone came in, they didn't have an agent yet, but there was a couple that he was like considering. So I actually called up the agent, let him know the situation. Hey, we're here at the open house. And the agent was actually free that day. He came by, we all talked, they meshed really well. That same night, they were working on an offer, and then the next morning they submitted it and we accepted. So that was one of the highlights, I feel.
Real estate is one of those transactions that, you know, one of the biggest transactions that anyone will make in their lifetime. You know, it's not just like you're not just buying a car, like 20 or 30, 40, $50,000 car. You're talking about a major purchase. And to be able to walk that journey with various homeowners, like at different, you know, levels, different categories, you know, just being able to share that space with them, it's very, very encouraging. So I'm not sure if it's a specific moment. However, I would just say the entirety of it.
That's really good.
I truly enjoy spending time with people to make one of their biggest decisions financially in their life, which is buying a home. That's very exciting, and I enjoy helping them. Or when time comes for them to sell their property and make a move and maybe find another property, or there's time for them to downsize, I really enjoy helping them and be part of that endeavor for them.
What I love about real estate is meeting people, answering questions, and then that gives me an opportunity to educate them, educating them about the buying process, the selling process. When they need somewhere to go or someone to talk to about housing real estate, they know who to come in contact with because they built that relationship with me and they feel comfortable. So that's what I love about real estate.
Closing my first deal. I got a Zillow lead call. I took the guy out to look at a property and he didn't really seem that interested. He was like, thanks, Bill, appreciate it. I'm gonna think about it. That's never a good sign. If they go home to think about it, it's usually never a good answer the next day. He's like, I'm gonna think about it. I didn't expect much from it. It's my first serious client that's shopping. And the next day he called me and was like, I wanna pull the trigger. I want that house. Which so far in my time doing this hasn't happened since.
Shh, no, don't. Shush now, frowny horns.
So when I was looking for a brokerage, I wasn't really sure what I should be looking for. I knew, there were the costs involved, but as I was talking to friends of mine and mentors who were in real estate, one of them told me that I should be looking for someone whose values align with my own. And I really had an aha moment when she said that. Aborn Powers really aligns to my values with their mission to, help support those in the community. That's something that is very important to me and something I can easily get behind.
I actually came on to Aborn Powers as a realtor first, as a salesperson. And the reason I made the jump was because of the way they were willing to move forward in supplying tools and resources to their team. It was always before, for a lot of brokerages, here, we'll hold your license, go sell. And when I heard what Aborn Powers was willing to offer their agents, whether it's through paid tools and programs and leads, for me, that was a huge thing to help me kind of climb a new mountain.
What makes Aborn Powers very unique is that it's very team-oriented. We promote each other, we help each other out, we share ideas, more like family really than anything else. So that part about Aborn is very unique, and that was the environment and atmosphere that I really was looking for when I was looking at brokerages. So
it was a very easy choice for me. I love the fact that we live our mission, so it's not just the mission and that's it. The mission does not end there. I see it everywhere. We actually live our mission, so that really speaks volume.
I was a sales marketing rep, an SMR for ServPro, which is a restoration company. As a sales marketing rep, it was my job to get to know every property manager and insurance agent in El Dorado County. I loved coming here. There were certain offices where I was like, oh, this is clear. These people don't like me, they don't want me here, but it's the gig and I've just got to get in and get it done. Aborn Powers was never that. There was always a smile, always a conversation. I got to know in good relationships with several of the people here, and I just loved it, to the point where they offered me a job.
I believe it was 2019, maybe 2018. I'm leasing a shop from them, so I have like a car shop, and I'm familiar with the commercial department. I was talking with Dick, the commercial development in their department, and he was telling me that, hey, we had opened up a residential because we were chatting. I told him I was into real estate now. He's like, come by, talk to Dan. You're a car guy, he's a car guy. You'll get along well. So I come by, and yeah, it's right off the bat, we get along very well. I met some of the team members and they were all really cool. So I said, why not? Like, what's there to lose? And I am so glad I did that. I don't regret that decision at all.
And now for something completely different.
I don't really like dessert.
Chocolate.
Pizookies from BJ's, the Oreo ones. I think that it's hard to beat that.
Ooh, anything with chocolate and peanut butter. That combination is like God's gift to the taste buds.
I guess it would be ice cream, but I just want one bite. I don't want like a bowl of ice cream. I just want to take a bite of ice cream and then I'm done.
I am a milkshake junkie. I'm always a sucker for a good milkshake, and everyone does them different. And I actually have one that I make at home that my kids love, and they will actually prefer to have my milkshake over going to Cold Stone or somewhere else.
I can have kebab for appetizer, main course, and dessert.
Ice cream with almonds. So like your Rocky Road or toasted almond ice cream is actually my favorite.
I'm more of a savory gal.
My favorite dessert is something that I'm not very good at making. I've tried with varying levels of success. And it's funny how it doesn't always turn out. Sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's not quite so much, but I absolutely love Grand Marnier souffle.
Any kind of dessert that has like chocolate and vanilla. I just love that combination. So it could be like a chocolate cake and just a scoop of vanilla. That's it for me. That does it for me.
I like to have a piece of homemade fresh baklava with a cup of Armenian coffee, or as other people like to say, Turkish coffee.
My family makes this thing called berry whip, and it's usually served with angel food cake, and then you take sugar and egg whites and fresh berries, whether it's blackberries, and I think it's just blackberries, but then you whip it all together and get it like kind of like a thick whipped cream consistency, and then you dump it on the angel food cake. It is delicious.
Peanut M&Ms, a Snickers bar, a Reese's peanut butter McFlurry. I have not come across anything with chocolate and peanut butter that's bad.
I love baked potato. Minus the sour cream and chives, but loaded with butter, more butter, and then maybe some bacon. That's me as potato right there.
So I'm thinking just a simple baked potato without anything on it.
Oh, if I were a potato, life would be so much easier. I think I would be hash browns because hash browns are delicious.
I like twice baked potatoes. I think that's like kind of fancy-ish as far as potatoes go. So I feel like I would be like a twice baked potato, or like fully loaded, like the chives, the bacon, sour cream, all of that.
Potatoes are one of my favorite foods. I would be loaded tater tots, hands down.
If I were a potato, I would want to be a bag of French fries.
Okay, so I'd probably be a red potato. Like the toughness of their skin, plus their skin's filled with vitamins, so if you keep the skin on, you're getting some extra nutrients in you. But probably like rosemary and garlic roasted on the barbecue.
I worked restaurants for like 20-some years, and I loved beer battered French fries. So you're taking a potato, which is already so amazing, and then you're battering it in beer batter and then deep frying it. So I mean, it's just awesomeness on top of awesomeness on top of awesomeness. So I'd be a beer battered French fry.
I really love swimming. I love being in water. If you go into my garage right now, I probably have like 6 huge cases of water balloons because we don't have our own swimming pool, so we gotta get wet some other way. I love all outdoor activities that include getting wet. Like I'll literally go swimming in the winter. I just love to.
I love camping, and we do camp a lot, my family and I. So that's one thing, and just traveling as well.
I record a podcast, 209 till infinity. Talk about things we're passionate about: movies, music, life, food, sports. I love music. I just love listening to music, going to concerts. Huge passion of mine. So yeah, when I have free time, if I'm not doing the podcast, I'm listening to music or going to a concert, or hopefully getting back to making music with my friends. It's been a while.
I feel like I'm one of those people that just have a ton of hobbies. I love crafts. I love cooking. I love working out. Anything that has to do with physical activity. If I could just be a full-time gym rat of trying anything and everything, I think I would love that.
I would say off-roading out somewhere remote to a lake and just fishing. Even if I have zero intent to catch anything, just being out by the water, having a pole in the water, and just being present in the outdoors is one of my favorite things to do. Even though I don't get to do it that often anymore, but it's when I need to get away, that's what I'm doing.
I enjoy cooking. I like to have my friends and family around and entertain them, cook for them, have drinks with them. I also like to play piano if they like to listen to it.
I think my favorite hobby still to this day is playing sports. With my neighborhood, we have a football group, so we play, it's pretty competitive, and we play once or twice a year in a full league, and that's really fun to do. I do build computers, and I like to play like a lot of like games and stuff on them. I don't play as much as I used to, but that's something I love to do, as well as stock trading and cryptocurrency trading.
So I like a lot of things, and it's really hard for me to, one, make time for the things I like to do, and two, to just choose one. But if I had to choose one, I would say painting. I love abstract painting, and I like to work with acrylic. I'm too impatient to work with oil right now, but maybe when I retire from real estate, I might get into oil painting as well.
Crawling by Linkin Park would always pump me up. Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J, Jump Around by House of Pain.
I would say anything by Michael Jackson. Anything by Prince. Anything by Tim McGraw. I love Tim McGraw. Bob Marley. If you put any one of those songs on, I'm jamming.
It's Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Like a bridge over troubled water.
I know that's weird because it's like a slow song, but like it like moves my heart.
I dance a lot. I dance. I could dance to, yeah, I personally cannot sing. That's just not my lane. But I do love to dance. I do mostly, any contemporary, just all genres though.
I love electronic music, and every time I hear a song that I like, I'm ready to get up and dance. But I think the kind of time-honored classic that when I hear, even just driving down the street in another car, is Sandstorm.
Oh, there is a famous Persian song named Baba Karam. It gets everyone moving, definitely.
I got good upbeat country music, just talking about driving through the backwoods and fishing and driving a truck. I mean, that stuff just gets me excited about just life.
I probably would say like anything related like J. Cole,
One time for my LA sisters.
Kendrick Lamar, like any of their songs pretty much is a go-to just to get motivated for anything. My playlist is like 5,000 songs. I hit shuffle and then whatever comes on, comes on.